Wagwan Family. So today we're in with this tutorial about FL Studio. So for starters, where do you get FL Studio? FL Studio is an audio DAW, what you can use to make your music, no matter what way you want it. Hip hop, Afrobeats, classical, jazz, any type of music you want, you can make it on FL Studio. So where do you get this preset? You get it from imageline.com. Yes, you just go on your browser, open it up and type imageline.com and you'll find FL Studio. You go to free trial, or you can also opt to buy it if you got the dough. And if you're like me, you don't got the dough, you start with a free trial for it. Or you can also opt to get a cracked version like me again. So with that much said, let's get into a tutorial with FL Studio. After all, once you've downloaded it, you install it. Installation is quite an easy process. You just click next and follow up on everything. So I've already installed FL Studio and I was working on a beat prior to today. Alright, so this is the beat I was working on, and the crazy thing about this beat is that I had the melody preset in my head. Yeah, I had the melody worked out and everything and prepared, but I didn't know how to layer out the beats, the drums and mostly the percussion part of it. So I slept and I don't know how it happened, but I dreamt the whole preset through it, and I was able to put it down on FL Studio, and it kind of sounds amazing. And let me just give you a taste of how it is. Then you can get into how I actually got to make it up to here. Alright, so that's mostly what the beat is, and I think you get this little intro over here. It's just a reverb of the main melody, and I'll show you how to get to it. And it's sounding really sweet for me. I don't know about you, but if you can, get your hands on FL Studio and join me on tutorials on how to make everything like you've seen. I've laid out my audio track out here and every little other preset. So what I can tell you before we get into this, if you feel like you need these presets, the plugins and everything, please do not hesitate to comment and ask me on how to get them. And also I can have them prepared through a compressed folder or file in a drive, and I can forward you the link. You can access and download it. So make sure you have your PC and it has at least the necessary system requirements. That would be the minimum RAM will be 4 GB and at least 256 GB of RAM. So if you have those in place and you have Windows 7 and above, you can be able to easily use FL Studio to create your music. Yeah, it's a really amazing DAW, and whatever you feel like about music and whatever you want to do with music as an individual, maybe do it for fun, maybe just getting on with the music community. You can use this as a startup. I've seen so many other DAW for music, but for me, I feel FL Studio fits me really well. And I'd advise most of you, if you're starting out to learn about production in music, start with FL Studio. It's easy, and once you get the basics, you can go full on to beast mode and just master the whole preset by yourself. Alright, so on top of making this, let's get into the tutorial on how to make the whole beat. So first of all, as I told you, I'd had the melody already plotted out and made. So the main issue for me was just to layer out the percussion beat, the 808 kick, and also the snare and the hi-hats. So what I did is woke up today with from a really good dream on how I was to make this beat. I don't know how that happened, but that was quite a revelation to me. So basically, as you see on the left side here, I have my patterns, the patterns that I basically use and these patterns you can open them from the channel rack. Okay, so the channel rack has the presets you use in your pattern. So as you can see, there's an 808 kill hi-hat, another hi-hat, there's a percussion beat, then there's a 12 string guitar. So basically some of these I'm not using them for this preset, but this is my template that I mostly use to make most of the other beats that I have with me. And if you go on ahead with it, you can see on the extreme end there are other presets and plugins that I use. Okay, so these are my packs on this side where I get my drums, where I get my instruments, and I have this folder here, Broad Love. These are most of my previous presets that I've used on project, and I keep them with me. So you have an 808 beat here, you can feel that, yeah, it's heavy, and you have this other one. So basically I chose this one for this beat because it has the nice classic slide shape, the way it blends in as it starts and ends in. Okay, so I chose this one because I felt it really runs into the beat, and then you can make some more adjustments to make it feel much better with the beat you're running with. Okay, so with that aside, make sure if you want this folder with these presets, please comment or send me an email, send me a text, and I can get them for you, and I'll be sure to include my social media and my mobile number on how you can reach me to get presets and everything you need for your music production. Then on top of that, my plugin database is where I get some of the other instruments that I need. Like you have the VST here, we have the direct wave drum X, we have the First Studio VSTi, we have Omnisphere, which is a really good VST. It's like one of the best. It gives you very many beautiful sounds you can use for your music. So getting into what you can do as a beginner, I mean, I could be sending you already pre-made melodies, and you see how you can break them down to add your own beat to it, to like make it sound really good. So let me get into how I made my hi-hats and the snare. So you can see here, this is my hi-hat. I opened the piano roll. So what I did is I broke it into steps of 2, then a quick run. Okay, if I put it in the pattern mode, it's like a pattern, and so it's a steps of 2, quick run, then 2 2, then again 1 1 1. Okay, that's basically how I broke down my hi-hats. And then on the snare, it was kind of much easier. I mean, it doesn't need you to do a lot. You can just right click on it, then you fill each 8 step, then on top of that you can add whatever you feel to spice it up. So I added one more step next to the beginning, then in the middle added another, and like that. So it comes out like this. Yeah, so you can choose to either remove it and have it play as a different type. I mean, whatever you feel, how creative you can get with it, I mean, just go on with it. So on this video I'll be sure to include most of the already pre-made melodies that I have, and you can pick them up, and if you happen to have a FL Studio, please use them, and try to explore the whole system as much as you can. So this is like basically what I've done with this already pre-made melody that I had, and it's actually sounding good for me. So with that aside, I go into my kick. Okay, so this is like one of the most important parts. This is what like tells you the difference between how your music is, or what type of music comes up from what you're making. So changing this can make the music go from like trap version to like a different hip hop type, or maybe a dancehall type music. But mostly when you look at trap music, the kick beat is divided into 1 2 3 4 5 6 bars. Okay, so varying with 6 bars and how you arrange them, your kick will come out as a really nice set. Okay, let's listen to how I made mine. It comes in like this. Yeah, so that's basically what my 808 kick comes out as. Why did I put 6 beats? I mean, that's basically the best you can do for tribe type music. Yeah, I mean, it comes out really good and nice, depending on how you lace it down. And if you break it into twos, fours, and maybe enlarge it into eights, 8 bars, 6 bars, like that, it comes to make a lot of sense with the melody you're applying behind it. So basically, that's what this beat I've been working on is about. I mean, kind of took me a while to figure out on how to layer everything, but once you have the presets, I mean, with your melody, you might want to trim it because the end at times is a little bit lengthy, and you want to have it fit in a way that the melody carries on to the next one, and you have something like this. Let's go to song template. Yeah, so that's basically what most of the song is. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. So also, if you keep having your melody in mind, you can be able to layer out your percussion beats very easily and very quickly, and that helps out also. I mean, you have to have some genius in you, and just get creative as much as you like. So there's this part I told you I'd explain how I got it. So it's in my audio clips, and I got this melody, the main melody, the tan tan, and I cloned it. You just right click on it and you can clone. After you clone it, so I already have a clone here, but let's go with this third one. So from the clone, you can be able to make changes. You just open your channel rack again, and you have it here. This is the clone that I just made. So originally it goes here. You feel that's original, okay? But let's see if we click on reverse. I mean, we changed it to end to start, start to end. So it will be different. It will be like the way they started. So you go. Yeah, so it's something like that. So that's how you can get it to have a reverse clip, and it gives you a really nice intro to your beat. And make sure it's in the same key as the melody that you're playing on. Otherwise, your music will have a really, I don't know, not blending intro. Okay, so you want the intro to blend in with what you're going to have at the other end. And on top of that, so what we can do next is assign each of these to a mixer channel. You can just click on it and scroll up. So I have mixer channels from 1 to 5 occupied, so I assign this to mixer channel 6 and this other one to mixer channel 7. So we're going to do a master to like make some changes on our beat, so that we can have something much better and much more gross to work with. Okay, so now looking at the beat, we're going to open our mixer channel. This is our mixer channel, and this shows us each and every other preset we have as per this channel. So make sure you also know offhead, or maybe you can go back and check. So for example, my hi-hat is on mixer channel 2, and my black percussion is on mixer channel 4, and my kick, the 808 kick, is on mixer channel 5. So those are the channels I'm working on with 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're going to put some presets in them and see how it goes. So our first channel is channel 7. So we pull this up and go all the way direct to channel 7. And you see it's already looped here. So what we do is come with the slot, and I use a parametric equalizer. So just play the song and feel. Alright, so from the equalizer we can change the pitch and shift some bit of it. Alright, so from the mixer we can change the shift on the pitch and have the music sound much more generic. So I like to cut the high and low end and leave the middle. So this is basically what our intro will be looking like. I cut the high and the low end. This is the high end, this is the low end, so I just left the middle to be the way it is. On top of that, I'm going to add a reverb. So select it from here. This is the reverb I like. I mean, it has really good presets, and it can give you a nice feel. So from here we can change on how it sounds on like the reverb. Reverb is basically it, going and coming back, like a bounce of the sound. You feel that? You see there's a difference in the sound like right now. So just slow that down and change here. So yeah, so with that there, I think that's basically what we can do for the part of our intro. And then, I mean, keep doing this with most of the other presets you have, and you can get a really good generic sound. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, that's what FL Studio is about. It's not so hard, it's not so easy. Just get creative with it, and you find your way through all these presets. And again, I keep saying it, if you need any of these presets, don't hesitate to contact me, to leave a comment. I mean, ask me whenever you need them, however you need them, I will have them get to you. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, have a good time. Enjoy your week, and hopefully we'll see each other again. I'm dropping a tutorial on Android Studio hopefully tonight or tomorrow, and it will be lit. So if you feel like you want to join us in this tutorial, please go ahead and install Android Studio on your PC. Follow through, put in the custom settings, download the SDK, and we'll get ready for that. So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a pleasant time. Ciao.